I'm dead motivated to get to it. And I think we should, if it all goes well. I've been at Jamaica College for almost 7 years now. It's been crazy, and the time skipped so quickly. When I came here, it was so diverse, and everybody they were so welcoming, and a lot of them were like myself, and I found that I fit in well with, I found my niche, and I think, that worked for me. I was comfortable in the environment, doing academics and just going about my way.
Did anybody think you were squeaky spoken?
No, because there were a lot of kids here who were also the same. A lot of kids, when I just came, they spoke proper. They were proper. They probably didn't have an accent or a deep accent, but they were proper, and I think I fit well into it. I love track. I know I didn't start it initially. I came to JC and I started in the 8th grade, and I was forced at first, but I think I grew to love it, and I really cannot picture myself not doing track. It has helped me in so many ways, not just getting a scholarship to an Ivy League, but I think it helped me to come out of my shell. It made me a lot more confident. It made me a lot more focused. It made me, it gave me exposure. And I really just cannot see myself getting up one day saying, I don't want to do this anymore, given I am healthy and stable.
All right. One of the things that I learned about you was that you were the JC captain.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
I am a proud captain.
Okay.
Too. I've been the captain for 2 years,
2 years.
and the captain for the winning team last year.
Tell me about this work ethic that you have developed over the years that makes you super successful in both track and field and in your academics. How do you balance? How did you balance the two?
Well, it came easier when I just started. I'm very prideful, like I said before. I'm very ambitious. Whatever I do, I want to be the best at it. And so I was forced into track. I grew to love it. I was doing academics at the time, and so I wasn't going to let my academics suffer. But at the same time, I was not going to come in track with, all these expectations put on me, and what my coach was feeding me. You're doing this well. You can do this well. I was not going to let that down either. So there are times I had to be a student and then to be an athlete. I did not forget that I was either.
Do you like politics? Eh? Okay. I take that as a no.
No, I don't. No, I
Right.
don't. I think, as I was learning a bit more about politics, touching the 8th, 9th grade, I loved it, and I thought I could be the prime minister for Jamaica, to get
Good.
into that and to help a lot of people. But maturing into it and seeing the news and all of what's going on in Jamaican politics, I just don't want anymore.
What about it that turns you off?
It's the lies and the hypocrisy, and protection of those lies and hypocrisy. And I'm not like that. I just don't think that I would survive one of that. I think for many reasons that it would either force me to become something I'm not, or it would force me out. So yeah,
Are you disappointed?
really disappointed. I'm really angry too. Sometimes, it makes me want to not be here. Yeah, that's crazy. Should I say that?
No,
I
no, no,
shouldn't.
no, it's okay. At the end of the day, what do you hope to break the 800-meter record? Do you hope to become the all-time best Jamaican over 800 meters, or what?
I love track, and I want to improve, and like I said before, I don't think I can just drop it if I'm not healthy, if I'm not stable. If I'm stable, sorry. I don't think I'll just drop it. I'm always on improving and trying to be the best there is, and I haven't set major goals for it yet, but as they come, I'll be attacking them. It's like I work on progressing and then while I'm progressing, I set other goals to that. So
Okay.
coach and I, we set goals at the start of every year, and in training, or getting to do anything, he'd remind me of those goals. He's like, get this done and get this done. I think we are mentally strong to a point, but then when we reach that point, we need somebody else to push us or to remind us. Sometimes we forget, sometimes we're fatigued. In training, sometimes I want to stop, and he's like, remember you want to run that time, remember this, and remember your goals. And I think it doesn't trap me in this state of guilt, but it helps me to want to get it done to the best I can to reach that goal. One of the reasons I did so well is because I knew exactly what I was aiming for and exactly where I wanted to go. So at the end of the year, I would I'd write my goals down and I'd check them off, and I'd see where I went wrong, where I could have done something else, and it helped to provide some satisfaction in the goals that I reached. And it's a thing that we do every year. I set a time for this year in track, and I am motivated. I'm dead motivated to get to it. And I think we should, if it all goes well.
You see excellence in both 800 if he continues, since he loves it, but also if he switches to 1500. You see a future Olympian in him.
Yeah, I actually do. I
Yeah.
actually do because of what I know he can do, and I really do think that if he actually embraced that event more, I think he'll be world class already.
You mean the 1500?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Wow. Okay. All right. He's vociferously shaking his head.
Yeah,
But you know.
yeah.
Yeah, but yes.
Trust me, I know.
Coach, in addition to the athletic future Olympian that you see in him, what do you see in him academically in the future?
Well, it's funny because a lot of people ask me, how did I find him?
Yes.
And funny enough, my first impression of him was that he would never survive in athletics because of how nerdy he came off in our first interaction. So I thought, boy, this youngster seems like he knows what he wants in terms of academics, but as he would have stated earlier in the interview, the difficulty of believing the whole package of being all round in sports and athletics, and also academics. But I really do think that the sky's the limit for him. I encouraged him doing subjects earlier from third form because I saw the potential in him and I knew what he can achieve. One of the reasons why Dartmouth was a no-brainer for me specifically is because I figure a beautiful mind and brain like this needed an environment to grow, to learn, to be exposed to a lot more than what probably other colleges would have had to offer him. So, listen, I think he's a gem.
Oh dear.
I really do think that he can become one of the greatest scientists Jamaica ever produced. So I am hoping that in the end, I am right as usual,
Ah.
and that comes to fruition.